All right, that's it. It is over. That is the last you will see Angel Reese in a Chicago Sky uniform with the antics and the stuff she pulled to end this season. She straight up quit on this team the last 3 games of the season, refused to play. She disrespected her teammates. Her teammates went back and fired back, letting it be known, hold on, shorty, we're not going for that. Now the Angel Reese stands invaded the Chicago game, screaming out, fire Jeff P, who is the GM. This is wild. Her teammates let it be known in the player exit interviews, we don't rock with her.
Caitlin Clark just did something that broke the WNBA's entire economy. She's not playing, she's not training, she's getting paid 6 figures an hour to talk. While half the league is still arguing over salaries and collective bargaining, Caitlin Clark just signed a speaking deal so massive it makes a WNBA paycheck look like lunch money. And the best part? Angel Reese just found out, and her reaction might be the funniest, most revealing moment of the entire offseason. The paint wasn't even dry on the WNBA season before Caitlin cashed her next check. No rest, no break, no postseason vacation. While others were tweeting about respect and endorsements, Caitlin was on the phone locking in her first offseason job, a $100,000 corporate speaking gig. Not a shoe deal, not a brand ad, a speech. And when insiders realized she'd earned more in 60 minutes than most players make in a year, the locker rooms went silent. Because this wasn't about basketball anymore, it was about leverage. This move wasn't business as usual, it was domination. While the WNBA's front office is stuck in endless meetings about travel budgets and media exposure, Caitlin's already bypassed the system completely. Her speaking gigs aren't autograph sessions, they're Fortune 500 boardrooms, luxury hotels, and red carpet events where executives discuss billion-dollar mergers. She's being treated like what she really is, a global brand, not a local attraction. Every microphone she touches makes the WNBA's leadership look smaller, and every check she deposits makes her independence louder. October 29th, the Long Island Association Fall Conference, one of the most exclusive business gatherings on the East Coast. Executives sip champagne while deals worth millions are sealed, and right in the center of it all sits Caitlin Clark, the 22-year-old phenom from Iowa. Her topic? Leadership, confidence, legacy. The same traits that turned college arenas into sold-out stadiums are now fueling corporate inspiration sessions. It's no exaggeration, Caitlin's become the keynote speaker America's CEOs are paying to hear. In 1 hour, Caitlin Clark earns what the average WNBA player makes in an entire season. No elbows, no cheese.
Jeff P, they want you fired. Jeff P, the GM, had a response in his exit interview. Pagliuca and chants from last night. Hearing those things is not ideal. I pour my heart and soul into this job. I lose sleep over losing. If anyone is going to take the bullets, I'd rather be me over our head coach or our players. Jeff P out there on his own, man. On the fan frustration. He said, I'm also appreciative that we have passionate fans that want to see winning. We feel the same. I have full support from ownership. We have great conversations. There's a lot of mutual respect there. I have all the respect in the world for Tyler, and I think he's the guy for the job. So Tyler Marsh is not going anywhere.
No refs pretending to be blind. Just applause, lighting, and air conditioning. The league's fighting for charter flights while Caitlin's flying first class on her own dime. She's flipped the power dynamic. No sponsorship cuts. No league taxes. No middlemen. It's her name, her deal, her money. And that's what has Angel Reese absolutely losing it. The moment the story broke, Angel Reese couldn't resist. Suddenly, her name popped up on the same speaker booking site with a $100K fee of her own. Coincidence? Please. A few months ago, that page didn't even list her price. Now, after Clark's deal goes viral, Angel magically demands the exact same amount. Fans caught it instantly. Comments flooded in. Since when does Angel charge 6 figures? You only did this because of Caitlin. It was the funniest, pettiest, most transparent move of the offseason, a screenshot heard round the league. But for Caitlin, this isn't just a cash grab, it's a blueprint. She's building something no other players dared to build, total independence. She's proving the WNBA doesn't own her brand, she does. Every headline, every deal, every speech reinforces the same truth. The league needs Caitlyn far more than she needs the league. Sponsors used to ask for the WNBA logo. Now they just want the initials CC. She's turned the league's marketing engine into her personal launchpad, and no one can stop it. From Iowa to Indiana to Indonesia, Caitlyn Clark is a global phenomenon. Kids copy her shooting form. Fans overseas stream her highlights. Parents buy her jerseys for their daughters. Her reach stretches far beyond any court, any logo, any commissioner's speech. She's not waiting for validation, she already has the receipts. When companies write six-figure checks for her time, that's not hype. That's proof. And every deal is another reminder that corporate America sees what the WNBA still doesn't, that Caitlyn Clark is the product. Meanwhile, Angel Reese can't escape it. Every scroll, every trending topic, every post, it's Caitlyn's face again. Reese, the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie, built her brand on social media flair and sound bites. But Clark's built hers on results. Angel tweets about being overlooked. Caitlyn's too busy preparing keynotes. One's fighting for clout, the other's sending invoices. And the internet's having a field day watching the roles reverse, the talker fading, the worker thriving. This is the nightmare every commissioner fears, a single player outgrowing the entire system. When brands start calling her agent instead of the WNBA's PR team, control disappears. Clark's success is showing every athlete the path to freedom. Build your own value, own your own spotlight. That's what terrifies the league. Because once players realize they don't need permission to profit, the structure collapses. Caitlyn Clark isn't just winning games anymore. She's rewriting the rules of sports business in real time. Here's the truth the WNBA won't admit. It's Caitlyn Clark's world now. When she plays, ratings explode. When she sits, they vanish. That's not hype. That's hard data. She's become the league's economy, its heartbeat, its only guaranteed headline. And now that she's making money completely outside their ecosystem, the fear is real. What happens if she ever decides not to come back? Ticket sales collapse, sponsorships dry up. The empire crumbles because Caitlyn Clark is the empire. Caitlyn Clark doesn't brag, she doesn't chase drama. She lets the numbers speak. Every check, every headline, every standing ovation tells the same story. Professionalism wins. While Angel Reese scrolls through her feed looking for relevance, Caitlyn's already booked for her next event. She's not begging for respect. She's teaching how to earn it. The WNBA wanted a marketable face. Instead, they got a movement. And somewhere right now, as the cameras flash and the contracts pile up, Angel Reese is realizing you can copy the price tag, but you can't copy the power. The fastest way to find the truth? Follow the money, and every dollar points to Caitlyn. Corporate America isn't sentimental, it's surgical. It buys what converts. Clark converts. When a Fortune 500 CMO looks at a media plan and sees that one appearance from Caitlyn will outperform an entire season's worth of league-branded spots, the decision becomes math, not emotion. That's why the check's clear without negotiation, why schedules bend around her availability, and why her agent's inbox looks like a stock ticker. Brands aren't chasing controversy or cute hashtags, they're buying guaranteed attention, guaranteed headlines, and the halo that comes from aligning with the rare athlete who can lift a room just by walking into it. For the WNBA, that's terrifying. For Caitlyn, it's the new normal. Talk is cheap, receipts aren't. For months, players and pundits tried to control the narrative with quotes and clever sound bites, but Clark's ledger speaks louder than any interview. Sold-out arenas, surging TV segments when she's on screen, merch that evaporates in minutes, and now speaking fees that match NFL legends and Olympic icon. Every receipt forces a recalibration of what value looks like in women's sports. It's not committee-approved slogans or choreographed media days. It's the unmistakable pull of a singular star. That's why the league can't box her in with the usual PR playbook. She has scaled beyond it, and when receipts pile up, rhetoric dries out. The market, not the microphones, has rendered its verdict. 2 words all executives fear: bad optics. Circle the date, October 29. Caitlyn's Long Island keynote lands just as the league lurches toward a contentious CBA deadline. Imagine the split screen: on one side, boardrooms arguing over revenue splits and travel policies. On the other, Caitlyn calmly addressing CEOs about leadership, resilience, and impact, and getting paid a season's salary for 90 minutes of composure. If negotiations stall, every camera will search for a symbol, and there she'll be, the one person who can exit the chaos and still climb. That's leverage you can't bargain against. It's leverage you respect, because nothing is louder during labor talks than proof you can thrive without the system that's bargaining with you. Look at the map. The glow isn't regional, it's planetary. Clips translated with subtitles in Asia. Replica jerseys in European youth leagues. NAL-era superfans who aged up into paying subscribers and merch buyers. The Clark effect didn't peak in college. It metastasized, crossing borders the moment highlights began circulating on short-form feeds. That's why corporate invites now read like a travel itinerary. New York this month, Chicago next quarter, London or Dubai on the horizon. When your brand equity survives time zones and algorithms, you're no longer a league asset. You're a global property, and global properties don't wait to be introduced. They set the agenda. Caitlyn's calendar isn't a schedule. It's a statement to every market that wants a piece of the movement. You can copy the price, you can't copy the proof. Angel Reese matching the 100 tag was supposed to project parity, but it only highlighted the gap. Pricing is a mirror. It reflects demand, not desire. When fans saw the sudden six-figure update, they didn't see confidence, they saw correlation. Meanwhile, Caitlyn's number is tethered to outcomes, measurable spikes in attendance, view-through rates, search trends, and media pickup. That's why one fee reads as aspiration, while the other reads as inevitability. If Angel wants the same gravity, the path is clear and unforgiving. Produce, perform, and move product. The market doesn't punish ambition, it just audits results. And right now, the audit keeps pointing to one name, one keynote, one empire that already exists. Somewhere in a Manhattan office, the WNBA's executives are staring at a graph that keeps climbing and not in their favor. Every time Caitlyn's name trends, ticket sales spike, then dip the moment she's not involved. The analytics don't lie, she is the algorithm. Sponsors that once routed money through the league are now going directly to her agents. Suddenly, the old business model, the one built on collective promotion, is collapsing under the weight of a single superstar. They wanted a league of equals. What they got is a hierarchy with one name carved in gold, and no memo, no marketing plan can disguise the fact that Caitlyn Clark has become bigger than the logo on her jersey. Journalists hate being scooped, especially by silence. When Caitlyn landed her $100K deal, the WNBA's aligned media tried to bury the story. It's just one event, they wrote, not a big deal. Within 48 hours, that one event was trending on Twitter, LinkedIn, and ESPN business columns. Then came the second booking, then a third. Reporters realized they couldn't frame it as luck anymore. They had to call it what it was, strategy. The media spin machine that once set the tone of the league was now chasing her shadow, desperate to stay relevant to the stories she writes every time she signs her name. Pull back the curtain on Caitlyn's contracts and you see something the WNBA's never had before: diversified dominance. Nike, State Farm, Gatorade, Hy-Vee, and now, Fortune 500 speaking gigs that connect her to CEOs, investors, and entrepreneurs with global reach. She's building vertical integration around her brand, sport, lifestyle, business, leadership. Every deal strengthens the others, feeding momentum that no single endorsement could match. While other players rely on the league's umbrella to stay visible, Caitlyn's built her own weather system. It rains wherever she stands, and companies, investors, and networks are lining up just to get caught in it. This is the evolution the WNBA never prepared for. When the player becomes the platform, it happened with Jordan, it happened with LeBron, and now it's happening with Caitlyn Clark. Her brand doesn't orbit the league orbits her. Every highlight reel is shared because it's Caitlyn's moment, not because it's a WNBA broadcast. Every surge in viewership traces back to one variable: 22 on the floor. That's not an opinion, it's math. And when the math starts to show that one athlete can generate more attention than an entire season, the balance of power shifts forever. Caitlyn's not fighting for equality anymore. She's defining excellence on her own terms. 2 days before the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement expires, Caitlin Clark will walk into a polished ballroom in Long Island. Heels, blazer, flawless composure, and earn a season's salary in a single morning. At that same moment, league representatives will be arguing about minimum pay and flight upgrades. The optics? Devastating. The symbolism? Unstoppable. While one side debates survival, the other demonstrates success. It's the perfect snapshot of the modern sports economy. Old systems trying to preserve themselves while the new guard quietly builds empires. And when the headlines hit, WNBA faces lockout while Caitlin Clark cashes in. It won't just trend, it'll sting. Because deep down, everyone in the room knows she didn't wait for the league to change. She changed the game herself.